And so when we heard about football, professional football here in Orlando to complement the Magic, we thought that would be absolutely spectacular. And to use the Citrus Bowl, which of course is underutilized, we were very excited about it, wanted to help in any way we could.
Today, our company made an offer to the Service Trades Council Union for full-time STCU cast members that is consistent with our commitment to keeping Disney the employer of choice in the family vacation industry.
New Orleans is a city that is world famous for food, and yet when Hurricane Katrina hit, it became the most sought after of the basic necessities. A journeyman professional golfer and a longtime caterer to the PGA Tour came together to make an impact with an operation called Feed the Relief, supported by members of the Tour family. Players like VJ, David Toms, and Tiger. It's an amazing Thanksgiving tale. Rich Lerner has more from New Orleans.
It's a macabre attempt at humor, a pair of ruby red slippers to the side of a house in St. Bernard Parish. In some ways, this was a bit like Dorothy's Kansas with its earnest working class ethic. After Katrina's 30-foot storm surge rolled over the nearby broken levees and swallowed the area, it's nothing but rubble. Home after home, street after street, neighborhood after neighborhood. With sewage, drinkable water, electricity, all spotty, less than 20% of the residents from the metro population of 1.3 million have returned.
Probably a fifth generation New Orleanian. Parents came from the 9th Ward. I'm the youngest of 5, and it's just the kind of place that you love to visit it, but I love to live here. I mean, it's, in my opinion, the best city in the world.
Kelly Gibson jokes that he helped unleash Tiger Woods on the world when he kicked away the Las Vegas Invitational in 1996 and opened the door for the Phenom's very first win. Now in his early 40s, Gibson never capitalized on that promise. After another failed bid at Q School last week, the guy who used to bang golf balls from the banks of the Mississippi as a kid is at a crossroads. The current seems to be pulling him in a new direction.
I started literally throwing up in the morning watching this on television, because I'm not the kind of guy that just wants to sit back and I'm out of here. You know, I'm gonna be in there. And I said, I gotta go back in, this is not right.
Kerry Sowers works for Hole-in-One Catering, providing food to some 20 events on the PGA and Champions Tour. Kelly's in Milwaukee. You're in Portland, Oregon. How'd you two guys hook up?
The phones weren't working, so I sent him a text message. I said, Kelly, can I help? He says, Kerry, where are you? I said, I'm in Portland. He says, how fast can your trucks get here? I said, Kelly, I don't even know where they are. They left. I said, I will get on a plane right now in Shreveport and drive down to Baton Rouge and meet you. I get off the plane in Shreveport and there's my trucks going by on the freeway. I take a rental car as fast as I go, cut them off, pull them over, said, guys, follow me, we're going to New Orleans.
When you think about what we did, and the vice president asked, he says, how did you set this up so fast? I said, well, we didn't take no for an answer. Somebody said, you can't do that. We just moved to the side and did it anyway. And we wound up serving over 40,000 people.
To help prepare food, Sowers enlisted the aid of some members of his California church.
I had 20 people from California flat on their own dime.
How much have Kelly and Kerry meant to this effort?
You know, Kelly and Kerry were the first people that we met when we were down here, other than the faith-based organizations that were really out here doing something. They were out here bringing food, making it happen when there was no resources, and they were an inspiration for us, and they got us in with all these first responders. If it wasn't for Kelly and Kerry, we wouldn't be doing this event.
Wednesday night at the House of Blues, a concert for relief workers featuring bluesman Luther Kent. Today, Thanksgiving dinner for those in need, and as well, all of those first responders. A trip by helicopter over the region reveals a scene of overwhelming devastation. Gibson will continue to provide relief efforts and broker deals for businesses looking to help in the reconstruction, believing that past mistakes can be avoided and that the city can be better than it was. Here in the famous French Quarter, there are signs of life. Restaurants and bars beginning to reopen, but beyond this point, there are so many problems and so much work to be done that you wonder if it will ever come back. Still, with the sun shining on this Thanksgiving Day, the mood is hopeful. And later in the show, some of the first responders, a bunch of golf-loving guys who nearly lost everything, on what they're thankful for. It's a powerful Thanksgiving Day message. Reporting from New Orleans, Rich Lerner for Golf Central.
The University of Miami School of Architecture offers a very holistic approach as far as educating you on the theory and the culture as well as the history. And then in the studio, you have the professors that are in the professional field themselves and are taking time out of their job from their firm to come in for 3 hours and instruct you personally on a one-on-one level. So they do a great job of getting you hands-on experience, teaching you about every aspect of architecture. As Vitruvius said, the architecture student must be educated in all areas of knowledge, and they do a great job of kind of taking what he said and implementing it into their curriculum.
They really want you to understand the basics of how architecture was established, Greek classical architecture. They really emphasize you going to Europe, going to Italy, seeing what was built first, and the basic principles of architecture they believe are founded off of those structures. The program that I went on was called the Grand Tour of Europe, and it was the end of May to the end of June. It was about 5 weeks, and we went to Europe. We went to Italy, Spain, France, and Greece over the 5-week period, and we went to about, I think, 8 or 9 different cities.
For Miami's program, the 5-year architecture program, you do not have to get a master's degree as opposed to other 4-year programs because it's a professional degree.
From the first year to the 5th year, you have your own studio space, your own desk where you can put your own materials, and using your cane card, it's open literally 24/7. I know that because I've been in there 24/7, so it's a great resource. There's definitely a lot of hands-on learning. The first 2 years of the 5-year program are spent in the studio for the most part drawing on paper, putting pen to paper, pencil to paper, and getting your ideas out that way. From the 3rd to the 5th years, they transfer to CAD, which is computer-aided design, and that's where you do a lot of your designs.
When you're a 4th or 5th year student, you actually have the ability to pick your studio. So the professor actually has unique projects set up for you to select from. So ours was a site in Rhode Island where it was specifically for the Rhode Island School of Design to accommodate artists who visit the school as well as a facility for the campus. The professors definitely bring a lot of their own practice into the classroom. They're always bringing in buildings that they've done or that other professors have done to show and use as examples when they're trying to teach about certain subject matter. So you definitely get the real experience